Okay, that one was way easier. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna save you some time. You've never done this. Pinch it like it's like a, like I don't even know. Like you're squeezing, like you're closing some lips or something. So like squeeze it and then like finesse it in there. And then boom. So you squeeze it, it gets skinny, and then it'll pop into place. Dang, somebody should have told me that, man. That's why I make these videos, for people like me. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brizzy. And today we have the 2024 ZX6R. And we are doing the, we got the Fender Eliminator kit from TST Industries. And we're going to do top to bottom. We're going to do the flasher relay, the plate light, and we're going to do the tail light. So we're going to do a complete install of everything. I noticed that there's not a video on the complete install, so we're going to do it from the chest mount and try to get you a POV of everything. Alright, for this video, you'll need electrical tape. You will need a 3mm Allen. You'll need a 4mm Allen. You'll need a 5mm Allen. You need a socket wrench, preferably with an extension. This is going to come in handy. In some parts, you kind of need the extension. You need a 10mm head for your socket wrench. You need a Phillips screwdriver. It doesn't have to be one. This actually one a little bit smaller. You'll actually find it helping you. But this one works. So if you only got a big one, that's all you got. This that will work if that's the only one you got. You need this wrench here. It's a 10mm wrench. This is going to help you take the battery out later. You're going to need a needle nose pliers. You need this for a few different things, and you're going to drop screws. It's just going to happen. I hate to, you know, it's going to happen, right? And then this, you need this only for one thing, and that's to like kind of pry this open on the new flasher relay. If you're doing the flasher relay, to take the rubber and push it up onto the new one, and you'll see in the video. And this is a metal. This is a. You need something magnetic for sure, because you're gonna drop a screw or two. It's just gonna happen, and it's just gonna save you some time. You can just magnetically pull it up. And this came with the kit. I didn't end up using it, so maybe just some extra parts. But yeah, that's all the tools you need for this install, and this is gonna give you everything you need. It's gonna be the integrated tail light. It's gonna be the plate assembly. It's gonna be the plate light, and it's gonna be the flasher relay. This will be great. Let's get into the video. Alrighty, so step one, take your plate off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all these little 4mm out right here. Mine's going to look a little different. I don't have a servo motor. I took that out and got my servo buddy for my exhaust. So your may look a little bit different than mine. So you're going to have to take the servo motor out first. If you're wondering how to do that, I have a separate video on it for my install for my exhaust. And I'll teach you how to open up these in that video too. So if you need to reference that video real quick and then come back. But yes, the only difference is you'll need like a 10mm wrench, and you'll have like a few of these bolts that you'll have to unscrew. Like one here, there's one over here. Yeah, but that's the only difference. Mine has a servo buddy, so it's going to look a little different. But we're going to take these off. Alright, get yourself one of these magnetic trays. If you guys don't have a magnetic tray, get it. Now you'll see, I put these in the same formation as I take them off. So you got a long, you got a short, you got a long, you got a long, you got a short, you got a long. Now the second set of long ones don't have these little nylon caps on them. So, just a bit of advice, put them in order so you know how they go back. And so you're not, it just saves you a step. So this is how it looks right now. So we took these off. Here, 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 and here. On both sides. So 6 of them total. Next step. Alright. So it's going to be tough to see these on camera, but you got 4 little black pieces here. They're like plastic. So there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. You don't screw them or anything. You just push them in the middle. You just push the little middle in, and then you take them out. I might have to do this without gloves. But you just push the middles in. Don't overthink it. They're designed really well. Nothing's going to drop out. Right? You hear the pop, and then you take them out. So I think I got to take my gloves off because I got to use my fingernail to get under there. But yeah, so we're going to take those off. Okay, so next is a little bit of the scary part. We're going to take off this painted part here. It's a little bit scary. I've done this before with my exhaust, so I'm not too freaked out by it anymore. But there's this little tab. You'll see this little tab right here. And you'll pull this out. Alright, I'm using my left hand. I feel like I'm going to break it, so I'm going to use both hands here. But this is plastic, so keep in mind, like, try to be tender with this. Just kind of go straight up. That's what felt the best. So I went straight up, and now I'm feeling for it. There's these little rubber gaskets that hold everything in. I'm kind of just prying it away from the bike. You can't really see it here, but in there you'll see right here that these little rubber gaskets is what connects all these pieces. And it's gonna feel a little awkward, but just kind of push it out with your finger, and just feel like you're not gonna break anything. And this one you're gonna push it forward. This last one. You see, don't be afraid to look in there. You got a brand new bike, so take your time. I don't know if that's supposed to come out with it or not. Yeah, it's supposed to come out with it. We're gonna take that rubber piece with me. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing on this side. It was nice when we pulled straight up, so we'll do the same. Go straight back. Backing up. Okay, there we go. Got that piece out. Now this side I have never taken off, so this one's gonna definitely be a little bit more difficult. The other side has already been taken off before. Feel it out. Be smart. Don't break anything. It's plastic. And trying to find new fenders for these, or whatever these are called, are going to be a bitch. So I don't feel it coming off from the top there, so I'm going to start at the bottom. Try to work our way to the top. This side does not want to come off. Take our time. We're going to wiggle. A little wiggle with it. Damn, it's dirty under here. Alright, so this side was definitely more tricky. So I kinda pulled away from here and scaled my finger up in between and just pulled straight back. And I felt the release, which I see what our problem is. Is these little rubber grommets here, right? They got stuck on this piece right here. So I gotta put this back in. These little rubber grommets sometimes don't want to come off, and they'll stay on the hooks, or they'll make a move. Okay, so we gotta put this one back on this way. See, this one came off. This one came off right here. That's what our problem was. So just take your time and finesse it. Alright, this one's gonna be tough to see, but there's a little plastic fastener right here that we gotta unscrew off. I got this big ass Phillips, so I hope this works. It worked. It worked. I don't know if y'all saw that, but this big ass Phillips worked. And it's not supposed to be making this sound, but we're making it happen. Alright, so same thing on this side. There's like a little plastic piece here. It's gonna feel like sharp on the back. Oh, you guys can, there you go. It's gonna feel sharp on the back. Like, until you're in person, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But it's part of the plastic housing. So you're gonna be able to pinch this, and then this whole plastic housing is gonna come out. Alright, now we're gonna disconnect the license plate lights and the signals. It's honestly everything that you'll see pulling towards here. Let me turn some more lights on in here. Alright, so so this is my servo buddy. Mine's gonna look a little different if you don't have a servo buddy. So I'm just gonna pull this back. And we're going to disconnect everything that's connected to these two black things. Make sure your bike is turned off, or you'll be fried. You'll be afraid. I'm just kidding. But just for safety, turn it off. So these got little tabs on them. Push them in. Let me see. Push them in. Take them out. Just take them, not fuck you. Take them out. So we got 1, I think there's that one, and there's one for each blinker. Okay. This one's kind of cool. It's like a little lever that you gotta push up. Yeah, push down and it releases it. And the same on this one. Okay, that's easier than I thought. So now that these are disconnected, this is what it should look like. Except for you either have a servo motor or a servo buddy. Alrighty, now to release these, we're gonna use a 5mm here, 5mm here, and here, right? For these four, and then we'll use our screwdriver for these two. So I'll take these out. I'm just gonna let us take this ugly ass, whatever you want to call this back here. Same thing. I'm gonna take these out. I'm gonna put them on my little tray. All right, so you take those four out, and then we're gonna take these two. Notice how I group everything on here. So I got everything that was those 6 screws from earlier. Those 4 I just took out here. The little plastic pieces and the four of little other plastic pieces that had a little push button in them. So it'll be organized. It'll be alright. Alright, now we got our Phillips. Taking this out, and that looks like it wants to drop out already back there. Alright, and I'm gonna hold this just so nothing doesn't drop anywhere. And it should look like this. Yeah, it should look like this. And now we're free. I closed the garage. We got better lighting now, because the garage door is covering up the light. So y'all can see something. I'm gonna grab it, squeeze this right here. I'm gonna push it down somewhere. Oh, here you go. You just gotta squeeze it once, okay? Then we're gonna pull it through. Let me see. Oh, this feels. I'll put any strain on this. Okay. Alright. We're gonna pull this through. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna disconnect it. How do we do this? Okay. There's just like this little baby tab that you can push. Push that little tab and it'll free this. Pull it through. Alright. Right. Now we got 4 screws we're going to take out. We got this one here. We got this one here, which is a little... You dirty son of a bitch. Well, notice that this is somewhere in my bike. I gotta try to find that. Give me a second. We're going to take this off. We're going to take this off. And then these 2 up here. So, give me a second to find my tip. And we do got to reuse these little rubber pieces that are in here. So, don't lose them. These rubber pieces here. We'll use them on our next piece. Damn. Really hope I can unscrew this. Yeah, I can. It's plastic. It flexes a little bit. If that's a little close, don't be afraid to push it down a little bit and flex it. But alright, I'm taking these off. Then we're going to take these top 2 off. And then we're going to take the light out. Well, these look like they're going to be a pain in the ass too. But we'll see. Alright, so I got that one out. Now I'm onto these 2. I almost lost the tip again. That could have been tragic. It's probably because I'm using a big ass screwdriver. I should just grab a smaller screwdriver, but you know what? I'm a stubborn shit piece, and I'm not going to. So that's what's going on. All right, and we need to save this little metal piece here because I deserve it. So we're gonna take this little metal piece here. And I'm just gonna put the screws in there. Yeah, just like that. Okay, slight error. We didn't take these out. So I'm going to take these out. And then it won't be so difficult to take these little screws here out that I was having trouble with, those top two. So, which, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. I won't even change the order that we do it. I'm going to take this off now. Alright, now we're about to take this light out. So we're about to pop this boy out like this, ready? So we're going to push these little rubber grommets up. And then we just going to finesse the little plastic. So it's like an up. And then a back. We're pulling it back out, you feel me? Up and then back out. Let me see. I gotta probably pull this. And then we just gotta finesse this little plastic to pull it out. We don't want to scratch anything. So, maybe I'll pull it up. Yeah. So you pull it up. Yeah. And then that is our tail light, and it's free. Now we're gonna take these little rubber joints, though, little rubber grommets I was talking about. I'm gonna take these boys out. We're gonna use them on the new light fixture. Look at me, I'm trying to expand my vocabulary ism. All right, let me stop playing around. All right, I'm taking these boys out. Say these boys right here. We're gonna get back at it. Alright, my bike's white, so I went with the clear. I feel like the dark would have just been like, I don't know, it just didn't agree with me. So I went with the clear. Now we're gonna put these little rubber joints that I took off the last piece. We're gonna put them in here. Put these boys in, and when you put them in, spin them. If they spin and they're nice, like if they spin in there nicely, you know you did them right. Ah, come on. Alright, there we go, we got it. Man, and then try to like spin it, and you know it's like seated in there properly. You know that it's in there good, so like it should spin a little bit. So this has a little bit of spin to it. We're gonna do the other side and get back to the install. Okay. This one was. Why didn't nobody just tell me to do that? Just pinch it and push. Pinch and push, push and push. Okay, that one was way easier. Okay, fellas. I'm going to save you some time if you've never done this. Pinch it like it's like a, like I don't even know. Like pinch it to where it looks like an eyeball or something. Like you're squeezing, like you're closing some lips or something. So like squeeze it and then like finesse it in there. And then boom. So you squeeze it, it gets skinny, and then it'll pop into place. Dang, somebody should have told me that, man. That's why I make these videos, for people like me who don't know nothing, who don't know left from right. Alright, let's get back at this. So we're gonna, yeah, take two. So we're gonna put this in here like this. Stretch the wires out. Push this in here. Get the plastic around the light like that. And then we're going to put these on those little plastic pieces I pointed to earlier. That's what we're going to do. So, let me see. There we go. One side in. Now we're the second side in. Now we're going to start putting this back together. So let's run this in. Okay, that's not in all the way. I'm just getting it started. Okay, I'll move this over here. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see something. Yeah, y'all can see. Damn, dropping shit. Alright, so for these that we just screwed in, don't screw those in too tight. Because if you screw those in too tight, you're going to fuck up. So don't do that. Because if you screw those in too tight, you're going to break something. You're screwing in metal into plastic. So Just always be wary when you're screwing metal into plastic. Okay. On the left side. Yeah. Okay, that felt nice. That felt nice. So just getting it seated was tough, but once we got it seated in there, it felt okay. So then there we go. And we'll just give it a little bit of a turn more. Like it's just metal going into plastic once again. So just do your due diligence. We'll plug these in a minute. So now you'll take this piece wherever you set this, and we're gonna slide it onto here. It has like these little tabs that aren't really tabs, but they're kind of just spots to help you line up where you're supposed to be. Make sure that these are on top. Alright, so you move this little boot out of the way here. We're gonna grab this piece here. This is that piece that we disconnected from under here that we had to use the pliers for. And we're gonna connect that boy down here. Back to this little hole here. And make sure it's nice and plugged in and snugged. Now we're gonna put this through there's like this little tab here that your cable can go into. And there's like 2 loops. So put it through one so they kind of stay separated. Like that. Money. And then we're gonna plug in our blinkers and all of our fun stuff like that. So alright, so this green one goes into this black. Click. The brown one goes into the blue. Let me see. Into the blue. Now I just rolled this down if you're wondering how I have so much clearance. Okay. So on the 2024 we have these inserts here, right? That click to these. I don't even think these go into anything. These two are just for the older models, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know how I feel about them being loose, but I think these ones are for the older models bikes. I think the newer model bikes have these on them. But I'll get you a for sure answer in a minute. But we're gonna turn the bike on. Make sure our blinkers are on both sides. So I do have the flasher relay to slow that blinker down. So that's the left side. We're going to change it to the right now. That's the right side. Cut this off, but like you see it shows like you want that flasher, that relay. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want your blinker like. It's just not a good look. I'm just gonna want the. I'm gonna do the flasher relay in addition. So, but yeah, let's get back to it. So you're gonna put your screws in. Use this painter tape. It's gonna save your life, man. It's gonna save your life when it's time to put these things on. So you'll do each one a little spacer. Each one gets a spacer, the black spacer, and then we'll put this into this area here. And that's why we'll have the painter's tape, so like none of that's like falling through. And then we'll put a spacer and then the lock nut. You'll see me go crazy. We got the rounded side towards the top. I'm gonna use my left hand. Take all these on my hand. I already used my little metal piece, but it's holding all the other components to put this motherfucker back together. Alright, so under here, you'll see that it'll be rounded. So the rounded edge is towards the tail light. You got a flatter edge and a rounder edge towards your tail light. So you push these up, you're gonna put a washer on there and a lock nut for all 4 of them. I need 2 hands. Okay. Okay, let me see. This is a little tricky. You definitely gonna want the painter's tape though, that's of course. Okay, I got that. Do not drop your washer. I had to lift this whole piece up and like wiggle it to where it fell to here. It was not fun. Not fun at all. So we're doing the rest of these. Push it up. Hold it up. Don't drop your washer. And they only give you as many as you need. So it's not like you could just leave it in there, which isn't a good idea either. Don't half-ass anything. But man, that was not fun. So I'm going to just get these all started. And then we'll like fasten them properly. So let's do that. So push up on whatever screw you're working on, and then let the nut. I dropped the nuts. Let the nut pull the frame up. So get that done, and then screw them down. So there's usually one more screw that's going in the middle if you're not using the brake light, but I'm going to be using the brake light too. So I'm doing everything on this one. All right, let's fasten the rest of them, and then we'll tighten. So we got these two here locked in. Now I got the Elite swing arm one or whatever, the adjustable. So you're gonna put these in with your spacer and the nut. And then we're going to connect the black hinges. So you just connect the black hinges like so. You screw them in, and then you tighten them down. So I'll see you in a second. About to screw these down with the 4 here. I'm going to try to put you guys up, but really you guys are going to get these aligned to where you can see through the hole, and then you'll know that they're in line. So I'm going to get it to that, and then I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so I got mine like roughly configured or whatever. So I have it to where it's all the pieces. Let me get y'all a better angle. Like all the pieces are together, just not fastened type of deal. So I'll put this boy here. We'll screw these. Just gotta get it started. Okay, it's started now. So all this fits together real nice. They all sit on top of each other and whatnot. But this is what it looks like. Screw it in, you'll be solid. Alright, y'all. So once you get all your hardware put together, which is pretty explanatory, self-explanatory, you put that flat piece down. You do these 2 pieces. You add these hanging pieces, and then your license plate holder. Then you loosen these to adjust where your plate goes, which I'll probably show you that at the end. Alrighty, we're back. So now we're on to the. I'm keeping all this. We're not gonna put this back together quite yet. I knew we were going to, but we're gonna keep it off for a second. We're on to the brake light. If you don't have the plate, the plate light, not the brake light. If you don't have the plate light, then you can fast forward. But I'm gonna put this plate light on. So. Your red piece of tape goes on the back of your plate. I got my plate turned around on purpose so you guys can't see it. But yeah, so imagine that your plate has letters because you want the light on the letters. So you just take this off. It sticks to here, and then it sticks onto your plate, and then you clamp it. And you clamp it to here with your little screws that your plate screws, and then you wire You send the wire through that hole that we didn't close right here. And then I'll show you how to wire this too. So there definitely is some wiring involved. It's a little intimidating, but not impossible. I've never done this before, so we'll do it together. So what you're gonna do is the red is the positive, the black is the negative. So you're gonna connect the black wire to that black wire and this red wire to this. It's like a brownish yellow wire. But I'll show you up close and stuff when we get there. So let's get into it. Alright, look. So you're gonna take your little red tabs that you got, if you got the same goddamn that I got. You'll get these little tabs here. It's for the wires. For the wires and stuff. Let me see. And then we stab that through. And then you screw this boy in. Actually, I'm not gonna screw it all the way in yet. All right, we're about to do the same thing for the other side. This makes a nice little holder for this. I ain't gonna lie, it's almost like it was designed for it. All right, so now we're gonna do the positive side, the side that will fry your ass. Okay, so I had to cut a little bit of this black rubber so I can get the second one in there. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of tight. It's tight in this area. It really is. So I'm trying to clamp this down. Get me in there. Okay, seems like I'm all the way clamped down now. So I got one facing one way, one facing the other. I really hope this turns out, but that's like all I had space for. I mean, I guess I could have put them facing the same way now that I think of it, but all right, y'all, bet. So these have like a few different pieces on there. So we just took that thicker part, connected it to the wire, we screwed the whole thing in. Now you're just gonna screw off this little piece off the top. Oh, whoops. We're gonna make sure you know what your wires are. Your black goes to black, and then your colored wire goes with whatever color your wires are. Mine are like a yellowish brown. So now we're gonna screw this in and make our connection. Damn, I really hope I can. Damn, I might have to make some adjustments. The bike is shut off. Make sure your bike is shut off. And we're gonna make sure we can screw that boy in right now. Screwing the positive with the positive. Boom. We got some money right there. I might need to flip these. Around. I might, or I gotta grab more. I mean, I could just cut this because I'm gonna use electrical tape anyways. I think I'm just gonna try to turn this around. Okay, so I'm turning this around real quick. Pretty much in the same spot. Really hope this doesn't fuck with anything. Hopefully we're still smooth sailing. This allows you guys to see exactly what I'm doing. Probably shouldn't have did the positive first. Probably should do the negative first. Who cares? The bike's turned off. We're good. Okay, so now we're gonna screw this back. We got these facing the same direction. And then here's that little third piece I was talking about. It's a little smaller piece. Gonna feed this through here. And then we're gonna keep your attention. Here. Just hope these are touching. Come on. The other side felt so much better. Okay, we're going to test these blinkers and make sure that they're working. I'm going to turn it on, make sure that the license plate light works. And I can see that the plate light is on. I don't want to show you guys my plate, but you guys can see. Let me make sure. Yeah, you guys can see it reflected on my tire. I don't want to show you guys my plate, but you can see it on my hand too. Plate light's on. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. I was kind of worried about that, but that seems pretty easy. And now we just don't want any of these. These are exposed wires. So this thing's now off. And we're going to put some electrical tape around here. I'm taking this step. Necessarily doesn't mean that you have to take it. But I am going to put some electrical tape on that black and red exposed area. I'm going to wrap these together just because I don't want any exposed wires touching each other. So we're going to wrap this real nice. Real nice. Real nice. Nah, be real nice, actually. I'm just going to get what I'm going to use because I don't want to try to make that whole piece of tape float through there. Okay. So, these are exposed wires, so just don't want anything touching it. having a potential short. So I would recommend everybody doing this also, just because we have expensive nice bike. We don't want to damage expensive nice bike. We want to ride expensive nice bike and get our money's worth. Protect expensive nice bike. Alright, this is wrapped very nicely now. I'm going to give it one more wrap. And this has been some tugging and pulling on here, so I'm going to turn this on and make sure we still got some light. And we do. Still got light, you can see it on the tire. So, let's see, we'll just wrap this a couple more times. Alright, now, I'm going to use this, all the extra cord, wire, whatever you want to call it, that we don't need. I'm going to also wrap this in just like one small piece of electrical tape. Just because I would use like that little, like the little bread tie that it comes with. But there's a metal in there, so I just don't even want to risk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have nice shit. We protect our nice shit, you know? So, we're going to just wrap this up ever so slightly. That way, if we ever need to unwrap it, we can unwrap it, you know? So, and it's electrical tape. It'll do the job. It's going to be great. And then we will close this boot up, this rubber boot. And then we'll start putting the bike back together. And then I'm just going to do another check. Make sure that everything is doing what it needs to do. Blinkers, brakes, all that. It's still fast because I haven't done the relay yet. But we got a blinker. Let's do the other blinker. We got another blinker. I like it flashing. I want it to flash. Okay, then it stops. Nice. And it stops. And then you can do the, let's see the foot. I'll hit the foot brake. And then it stops. Nice, 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 nice. That's how we want it. That's how we want it. Let's see if anything else changed, though, with that. Like, blinker looks the same. Yeah, blinker looks nice. Oh, whoops, those are the flashers. We don't want the flashers. That one looks nice, too. Okay, that's perfect. That's the setting I would want it to be on. Flashers work, too. Nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, well, I think I'm going to take a short break, warm up a little bit, and then we're going to handle this, last part of it, which is the flasher relay to make the lights flash at proper speeds. So, I'll be back in a minute. Real quick, I don't know if we're even going to use these or not. I'm just going to tape them off, just to be safe, with electrical tape. Alright, so I taped this off here with the, with these other two pieces. I don't think we use those for anything. Someone thinks that, no, you know, so if I'm doing something wrong, somebody let me know, but I don't think we use those little pieces for anything, so I just take them off. I think they're for older bikes. I think they're for, yeah, older bikes. I think they're still blinkers or I don't know. Now we're going to get to the flasher relay. I told you we're doing everything. We're not cutting corners. We're going to do a flasher relay. So we got to take the battery out, plug that in, and then we'll put everything back together and we'll be done. So, feel free to skip around to the end if you're not doing this part, but I'm doing this part, so this will be great. Alright, so we're going to start by disconnecting the battery. Up here. Other side. Take this one off. You can use a socket or whatever you want. Just torque like a motherfucker. I'm going the wrong way. Is this the other direction? There's no way, right? Oh, they're screwed in opposite ways. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. They're screwed in opposite ways. I can't even see that, my bad. This one's... Alright, so I'm gonna take this up. We can free the battery now. Heavy ass battery. This little battery heavy as hell. Alright, we don't want to put this on anything concrete or metal. I got some wood over here. Should be good. Alright, and we're going to pull up on this. It's hanging from a little rubber piece. We'll unclip this. Take my gloves off real quick. Unclip this. Let's push down, pull that back. You need this rubber piece that's attached here. So, take this rubber piece with you. It helps make it sit in there nicely. But of course it doesn't want to come off nicely. Onto the rubber. It's close. And it's so cold. I feel like I'm really gonna mess my finger up. It's so cold. So you put this on here. You'll see when I'm done. I'll just take my time doing it. I don't want to fuck my fingers up. If you've never had to deal with cold weather before, there's nothing worse than getting your fingers dealt with when the weather's not on your side. I'm just going to use something flat to pry this open so we can slip it on a little bit easier, but it shouldn't be that tough. Like, I spoke it into existence. So, like, I'm really not even going to pry. I'm just putting it up just a little bit just so it can fit into one of these gaps. And it looks like this one's bigger, like it's been stretched before. Kind of like your mom. Sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Shout out SpongeBob. Alright, and we connect this. Let me connect it back here. Connect this back here. I heard a little click. Then I've heard a second click. Just need a little bit of light. A little bit of light to put it back onto this rubber piece here. Boom. That one was super easy. And it just sits in there like that. Put this battery back on, put her back together, and fire her up. Get her before and after. Let's do it. Alright. Put that battery back in there. Okay. Okay, it's threaded. Let's see when it's screwing in. Okay. Apparently you can just touch the battery however the fuck you want. You know, I don't want to electrocute you. So I put the positive side. Don't be like me and keep hitting your tank. So that's not good. Okay. Tighten down, but nothing crazy. Not super crazy in there. Okay. Perfect. Now we're just going to do a little test. Make sure that the bike is operating how it should be. Turn this bike on real quick. But, okay. Blinking at a normal speed now. Nice. Other side. Nice. I won't get pulled over. Hazards. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We're looking good. Looking real good. Alright, bet. Everything's good. So now we can put this boy back together. One more time. Okay. So. Okay, so don't tighten this one down all the way. Just get these ones lined up first and then tighten this one down. We'll save you some time. Save you some time. And then I'm just gonna tighten this finger tight because it's quicker. I'm just not built for this stuff. Okay. And tighten it the opposite way on this end. Opposite one more time. Alright, now we gotta tighten this one down. There we go. It's getting tightened up pretty good. There we go. Perfect. Now your batteries all put back together. Your blinkers are at a good speed. And we should be solid. Now we're gonna start putting this stuff back together. Alright, so we're gonna put this piece back on fast. Put these back here where we took them off of. Line them up with the little gaskets. This one goes into here. There you go. This one into there. Damn, that one came off. Push this one through. And then up here, there should be one more. Line up the plastics where they need to be. You'll have them both long. You put the little black pieces back where they belong. Make sure you pull them out. You're going to pop it back in place. Push them in so that it's out. Now pop back in place. Pop back in place. We're gonna put these in. One here, here, big, little, big, big, little, big. And you'll see if you're following along. Alright. So now we got these finished. Big with a gas, or big with the little clear washer. Little, big. Both sides, that's the assortment. Get them just tight enough, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Make sure they're good. Put your plastics on. And we have a complete job. We'll put our things back. These should be the only pieces left over. These got replaced with the new ones. And these got replaced by the little flat shim. There's no holes for it that we put right here. So that's where those black screws used to go. It's right here and right here. But yeah, well, that's everything. Until want to go on. There you go. We got the seat on. That's what it looks like. I do ride with the passenger. A lot of people are like, oh, you need to put the little goddamn on. I ride with the passenger. I'm sorry, but I'm a ladies' man. I'm a ladies' man. You feel me? I'm here for the ladies. Use a little key to let you put your seat back on. I don't know if you need it. It just typically gives me an easier time when I do have the key versus when I don't. Boom. We in there. I think maybe if you don't have the key, you're in better shape. Because as soon as I got rid of that, we're good. I got to change the screen from black to white immediately. But here we go. It's the right side. That's what I got mine looking like. I think I might have a sequential option where it kind of just like does its thing, where it kind of goes like slowly goes from left to right. Well, there's that. And then, you know, the flashers. Flashers work too. And then when I hit the brake, I have it to where it flashes and then it stops. So you see it flash. And then it'll stop. Same with the foot. I'll show you. And it stops. That way people see ya. But yeah, man, that's the install. Just gonna fire it up, see if it starts. Probably loud as fuck, but. And it starts. That's all we wanted. Probably should have let it run for a second. Just to see if any error codes popped up, but I doubt it, right? I feel like it would have popped up immediately. And let's see. Let me see if I remember how to. There we go. Change it to white. I want that to be. How many miles on the OD? We got 1200 on the nose. Probably couldn't do that if I wanted to. Battery said good. Mile per gallon and range. There's a range on here. I'm just gonna keep it on range just to see if that shit works. We'll see if that shit works next time I ride it. But we got the quick shifter on. We got sport mode. I mean, this is how I ride, so perfect. But yeah, that's the install. If you got any questions, that's the all right. So that's the fender eliminator. That's the tail light, the integrated tail light, and in here with the flasher relay. So make sure all these feel okay. And that looks great still, so I'm not even super upset with that. Only I know that that's not there. 636. So everything looks the same. Boom. It only took me all day, but we got it done. I'm going to adjust my plate to make it a little bit legal. I don't know how much they'll like that. Oh, I didn't even see if my light's still on. That's also, actually missed one too. It's the license plate light too. There's a 4 installs, 1 video. The whole kit. The whole kit and caboodle. The whole shakedown. The whole for all the beans. The whole 9. All that. So, drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Try to post all the time. I'm going on a ride tomorrow. You guys will see tomorrow what it looks like. Get some more shots. You guys will get some shorts and stuff too. So, but it's your boy Brizzy. Till next time, we out this thing. Peace.